Smith was about to attend an interview for a $1 million annual salary job, yet he showed up in dirty clothes. He even walked into the office covered in paint. The manager who recommended him was instantly horrified by his appearance. The company owner looked utterly disgusted. Seeing this, instead of making excuses for his state, Smith openly stated he'd been detained by police all night for unpaid parking tickets, so he hadn't had time to change into a suit. The owner was displeased. Discovering Smith only had a high school diploma made it worse. He felt the interview was a waste of time, so he asked Smith a tricky question.
What would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on?
Smith was a medical device salesman. He'd invested all his savings into bone density scanners, believing it would bring success. But things went wrong. The devices were nearly impossible to sell, leaving him with almost no income. His wife worked 2 jobs to support the family, and they were 2 months behind on rent. His wife grew increasingly disillusioned. One day, passing a stock exchange, Smith saw a man stepping out of a red sports car. He curiously asked the owner 2 questions.
I got 2 questions for you. What do you do and how do you do it?
I'm a stockbroker.
Stockbroker. Oh, yeah. Had to go to college to be a stockbroker, huh?
You don't have to. Had to be good with numbers and good with people. That's it.
Hey, you take care.
Watching the owner drive away, Smith was filled with envy. An idea sparked in his mind. He would become a stockbroker. He believed with hard work, he might get a chance at the brokerage. Back home, he told his wife his plan.
Stockbroker.
Yeah.
Not an astronaut?
Leaving for work that day, Smith saw his car being towed for unpaid tickets. He watched helplessly. He couldn't afford the fines. Determined to change his fate, Smith decided to try his luck. Carrying a scanner to appear more professional, he paid a street performer $1 to watch it. But as soon as he sat down to fill out the application form, he looked up to see the woman running off with his device. He chased him frantically into the subway station, only to arrive a moment too late. He screamed at the departing train, but it didn't stop. Furious and facing a significant loss, he stared at the application form. He had no choice.
It's 20 people every 6 months. 1 got the job.
Though the odds were slim, Smith was backed into a corner. He went to the brokerage firm, handing the form directly to the HR manager, hoping to make a good impression. Little did he know worse was coming. Seeing the scanners piling up at home, his wife saw only endless hardship ahead. She decided to escape that life.
Come out of this. Everything is going to be fine, all right?
You said that before. When I got pregnant, it'll be fine.
So you don't trust me now?
Whatever. I don't care.
The next day, Smith waited outside the manager's office. Spotting him leaving for an appointment, Smith intercepted him, pitching himself relentlessly. But the manager, rushing to a cab, brushed him off.
Mr. Twistle. Actually, I'm on my way to Noe Valley also. How about we share a ride?
Smith seized the chance, hopping into the taxi. He hurriedly introduced himself, but the manager ignored him, focused entirely on solving a Rubik's Cube.
I'm sorry. This thing's impossible.
I can do it.
No, you can't. No one can. It's bullshit.
No, I'm pretty sure I can do it.
No, you can't.
Let me see it. Give it here.
Fortunately, Smith was skilled with the cube. He started explaining the mechanics, but the manager thought he was bluffing. You couldn't solve this if I gave you a year. Undeterred, Smith confidently worked while explaining. The manager's expression shifted from disdain to intense focus as Smith solved one side, then another. By the time the cab arrived, Smith had completed it. The manager was stunned.
Good job.
It felt like a successful interview, but the manager left without paying the fare. Smith told the driver to keep going, anxiously checking his wallet and the meter. As the cab stopped at a red light, he bolted out the door.
Where'd it go?
Smith knew it was wrong, but he was desperate. He sprinted into the subway, the driver hot on his heels. He barely made it onto a train, but his scanner was left behind on the platform. Devastated, Smith wondered why life kept punishing him, but his nightmare wasn't over. Rain delayed him from picking up his son, so he called his wife. That call would haunt him forever.
I'm leaving. Chris, I'm leaving.
They argued bitterly. Seeing he couldn't change her mind, Smith resolved to raise his son alone, but upon bringing the boy home, the landlord demanded immediate eviction. After desperate pleading, Smith promised to repaint the apartment, buying a week's reprieve. A glimmer of hope came. The manager called, inviting him to interview the day after tomorrow, but the day before, while painting, police arrested him for the unpaid car tickets. Despite begging, he was jailed overnight. He called his wife, begging her to watch their son one last night. His true despair came the next morning. The interview was his final chance. After settling the ticket fine, he had only 30 minutes left. No time for a suit, he ran straight to the office. The manager was speechless seeing him covered in paint. Smith pushed forward, shaking hands with the panel calmly to compensate for his appearance. He confessed honestly. Jail for unpaid fines had caused his state. Addressing his educational disadvantage, he stated sincerely,
Can I say something? I'm the type of person, if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know. But I bet you what, I know how to find the answer, and I will find the answer.
Then the owner asked the pointed question.
What would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on?
You must have had on some really nice pants.